Hi everyone. Somebody was asking me the other day about using alcohol inks for making backgrounds and how do you do it. Well, what I use is Yupo paper because it gives movement. You've got a couple of, you've got a few brands. If you look on Amazon, there's that one, which is a Ranger one. And I got this one, which is called Sea White of Brighton. And I've used that before as well. But it's like a coated paper. And it'll move about. It just takes some drying once you've done it. But I've got some Lavinia alcohol inks. I've got some Stamps by Me Gossip ones. And we can have a play with that. But you do need well, this is 99.9%, but you do need at least that alcohol liquid, the clear alcohol, to sort of smooch it. So let's have a little play. I'll put this Lavinia one down in dots and I'll show you what I mean. So if you sort of dot that about like that. Let's put some of the Gossip one down. This is like a teal colour. You can see the mica at the bottom as this is a sparkle one. So it's got a little bit of sparkle in it. And then you spray it with your alcohol. Can you see? Then I use a straw and I just blow. So put some more on. I use this one as well. This is a blue. I use newspaper underneath. And I use my rubber gloves as well because you don't want that on your fingers. That's a pure alcohol. That's not good. Put some sellotape around these so they don't spill. Let me just smooth that off. Use this one. You can see the mica at the bottom, can't you? But it does make for a lovely metallic sort of finish to it as well. Spray the alcohol on, plenty of it, and then blow it. Don't suck, whatever you do, that'll go in your lungs. And of course you can tip it as well like this. I'll just undo the lid of that because I've not got much in the bottom of that. Just put that there, out of the way. It's quite a dark blue, that, isn't it? Just pop that over there. So it is a bit of a messy job, but it's no worse than doing jelly plates, you know. So you can dab it all over. Want to add a little bit more. The Lavinia Pure, I think, is the better one for for the colour. And of course they do a white one as well, de Lavinia. So you can get some white on there as well. So it does make interesting backgrounds. So if you have got alcohol inks, and I've got gold as well. What have I done with that? It's a grey. This is a gold. So you can put a gold thread through it, or you can put silver. So you can sort of thread that through as well. So you've got a nice marbly background. Add some more white. You know, just keep going until you've got it however you want it. Can you see the silver moving? So you just leave that to dry, and oh, I've made myself dizzy blowing that. Yeah, you just leave that to dry overnight, and certainly overnight, maybe 1 or 2 days. It depends on how much alcohol you put on, and you know, wet it through. So you know, move it about as you want, and then leave it to dry, and that gives you the very unusual background. Now when you've done that, you can stamp on Yupo, but I would say you need stays on. Definitely need stays on, because anything else just sort of sits on the surface, and again you have to leave that to dry. So you can mop these things up if it's, you see, if it's a bit too wet, mop it up. Gives it a bit of texture as well. I'm using a tissue. Can you see that? It's giving it a lovely texture at the back. You can just keep adding and getting it exactly how you want. And then, so what I suggest is this. Once it's dry, if you've got a printer or it's got a scanner on it, scan it in your printer, put it in your scanner, and do a copy of it on cardstock, so you've got your own printed background, and you can save that, and you can print that off as many times as you like to use as a background. So yeah, that's a nice thing to do with it. Another thing you can do, let's pop that to one side, it won't be a minute. Let's get some of this Yupo. And I'm going to cut this in half. Don't need it all. Just half of it. You can cut it to whatever you want for a background. And so this is, I'm going to use one that's called a Starline Grey. Oh, that top's got a bit stiff on. With a little bit of this colour. I'll put it with red actually. This is Enchanted Red. And this one is Petal Pink. Not a lot in it, is there? And I'm going to put some of that white over as well. And then put some of the alcohol on. Oops. And blow that about. Makes it unusual, doesn't it? And then get some of gold that I've got. Oh no, this is Sunshine Yellow. I thought it was gold. This is Sunshine Yellow. So that'll be nice. If you go on the Lavinia site, you'll see all the alcohol inks that you can get. I mean, there's so many colours. It's you can go mad with it. And this is the gold. Just to thread that through. That's not actually. You see all the mica at the bottom? You could actually mix a bit of your own mica and add it. And that's, I have got some micas. I've got the Lindy's Magicals. So let's have a play with that. I've got some gold here on the Lindy's Magicals. So if I just sort of sprinkle a bit of the gold on there, we'll see how that reacts with the alcohol. So that's on there. I'm pouring it on because my pump is not working properly. Now, so for a different thing to do is I'm going to get my cardstock, some plain cardstock, and I'm just going to go over it and put that on there. So when it dries, it'll dry on the cardstock. So it's a little bit like a jelly plate, but yeah, it's good that. That's an unusual background, isn't it? If you've done that aqua and green, that looks like all the stuff under the sea, doesn't it? But even taking off all that excess, look at that background. That's quite amazing, isn't it? If you enjoy doing sort of the grungy backgrounds, that's quite lovely. That very unusual. Well, if you want to have a play, if you've got your alcohol inks, if this is your sort of thing, then it's worth buying your alcohol inks. If it's not your sort of thing, then it could be an expensive thing just to play with. But if you've got them, get some Yupo paper and make some. Like I say, you can have a play and, like I say, to photocopy it and and then you can use again. So that's the other one. Yeah. There we have it. So those of you that were asking about it, that's how I do it. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.